to the Milo Mystix Tarot channel. Today I will be reading for Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and finishing with the Saggitarius, Leo, and Cardinal Flame. My readings are usually scheduled for around this time on Monday and Wednesdays. So let's get started. First card out for my Aquarius is actually first. My Aquarius, your first card today is Ace of Cups. So whilst you might currently feel like the pumpkin in the middle with a straight face, not much to look forward to, not much to look back to, there are actually a lot of various abundance. There are a lot of emotional fulfillment that you truly deserve coming your way. So if you were born between January and February, it might have been very, very rough up to this point. But the Ace of Cups says that you are headed towards some type of fulfillment, and you should feel deserving. To pull the Ace of Cups instead of the Ten of Cups means that you went above and beyond to reach where you are. You really showed a certain level of character. You showed a certain poise when a lot of people would have flew off the handle. You handled yourself well. So the powers that be are rewarding not only your resilience, but genuinely bringing back. You could have went through breakups. You could have went through various changes. These changes might not have bore fruits for you up to this point, but I definitely see some abundance heading your way if you were born between January and February. What I consider my Aquarius. Next, you have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. So you've been sitting on some ideas. You've been following this pattern. You see how this man has these two pentacles? Those two pentacles are what have been thank you. Those two pentacles have been what have been supporting you up until this point. But right now, your challenge is to really there's something been holding you back. It could be fear, it could be nervousness, it could be the feeling of inadequacy. So what I'm getting right now, my Aquarius, is that idea that you are holding on to that might seem a little bit outlandish at first. It could really benefit you greatly instead of just depending on what has paid you, what you've been doing. It is time to release your old way of doing things and really take this pinnacle, this idea, and start to apply it. There's something that's swirling around in your head, and it's a good idea, but it's so far out of your comfort zone that you have not implemented it yet. Again, this is the Two of Pentacles. So on top of, you have the Ace of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and this Two of Pentacles. As you can see how this person is looking backwards at this pentacle that they already have had in their hand. It goes back to, I'll show you the Two of Pentacles. This goes back to what you've already been doing. You keep going back to the same watering hole. You keep going back to the same method of doing things. And although it was really, really rewarding at first, you feel as if you're getting fulfilled from it. But in actuality, it's worn out. It's not bringing you the fulfillment that you think that it is. And you're really just clinging to how it used to make you feel, how you used to be excited for you. And you keep embracing it as if that fulfillment will continue. But in reality, my Aquarius, it's time to shift your focus into something more excitement. There's no more excitement from this pinnacle because you've already mastered it. You've already gone beyond that pinnacle. It's not going to bring the same fulfillment. Whatever those happy feelings that this form of stability, could be a car, could be a person, could be how you're making your money, whatever you were focused on isn't going to continue to bring you the same fulfillment. And it's only going to become more of a burden than a reward moving forward. Summarizing my Aquarius reading, you have the Ace of Cups. So fulfillment is around you. Fulfillment is around you. Fulfillment is definitely around you, Aquarius. But you're going to have to make some changes in how you do things. You're going to have to quit relying on the pinnacles that are on your feet. Whatever has been holding you down, whatever has been supporting you up until this point, it's no longer going to be the same. That's why these pinnacles are on the foot, because this is what you've been relying on. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to start thinking outside of the box. Either a different way of doing things or doing something completely different in general. And like I said, this kind of reiterates that fact. This Two of Pentacles, you see which way this person has their head turned back towards the pinnacle that they've already earned in order to reach this level of fulfillment, this level of emotional fulfillment, this level of growth. Even when it comes to coin, before the new year, even if you don't implement it right at the end of the year, I would not wait until New Year's and try to make something a resolution. I will go ahead and start implementing whatever plan this is in front of you, whatever is on your head, not in your hand yet. I would start focusing more on that because that's going to be more rewarding to you, Aquarius. Next, move to the air sign of Gemini. So, my Gemini, the twins, what's going on with the air sign of Gemini? So if you want more clarity, I am available. I do have a few spots left open for personal readings, but I must reiterate that I am a servant of the great work, not its master. So whatever the cards come with are what we roll with. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. This is very good energy to be in, Gemini. It is very direct communication. As you can see, this sword represents a message that you are either holding on to or that you have been delivered. And although you may be going back and forth on if you delivered this message right, Gemini, or for those who birthday fall between June and July, there has been some communication that has been direct and swiftly received. It could be from you, it could be towards you. But whatever message definitely was a little bit pointed. It could have been a heated debate, it could have been a point, but you're standing on it, Gemini. Whatever conversation this was, it really either hit the right spot or the wrong spot, but it was received exactly how it should have been. The King of Swords is very direct, but like I said, this is the energy that you should be in. It's not always about pulling punches, and every message isn't always going to be well received. Asking for a little more clarity on this King of Swords card for my Geminis. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. It is celebration. So, Gemini, there is a level of celebration to where you're headed at. Even if you had a rough September, Your Halloween plans fell through. I'm also getting some travel plans might not have gone your way recently. You are going to be either invited or attend a celebration that's going to be a very good time. It's really going to end your year with a bang, and you have reasons to celebrate, Gemini. This is not the moment to really just go back and forth into what's wrong, what's right, what have I done wrong. This is no longer the time to reflect backwards on what was said, what was done as far as 2024 is concerned. It is more of a moment of calm, more of a moment of, hey, no matter what this year has thrown at us, you have made it to the final month of the year, and it's finally time to give yourself permission to celebrate where you are, who you are, and what you've done. These Seven of Wands, you could be dealing with someone born between the months of April and May. You could be dealing with someone born in July or August. And right now, or November and December. So someone whose birthday is rapidly approaching. But this Seven of Wands is, you've put in a lot of work with this person, I'm feeling, Gemini. And beyond that, you have really started to, how do I put this? You really started to lay the groundwork, but after you've laid the groundwork, you really don't have a direction. That's what the difference between the Seven of Wands and Eight of Wands is. The Eight of Wands is direct. You know your goal, you know where you want to go, and you have zeroed in on concentrating exactly where you want to get to. But with the Seven of Wands, you don't exactly know where to go from here. That is where you are currently. And you have so many different irons in the fire. You have so many different plans, so many different things that you want to do. But unfortunately, the only downside for you, Gemini, is you're going to have to zero in on what you actually want. You're going to have to figure out where exactly you want to go with this. So again, for my Gemini, you had the King of Swords, Three of Cups for celebration, and lastly, the Seven of Wands. Your challenge, your task right now is to really look at the irons that you have in the fire, your favorite projects or what you have going, and really focus on what is most rewarding to you. Lastly, we move to the cardinal air sign of Libra. So let's find out what's going on with my October to November birthday. So if your birthday falls between October and November and the early parts of November, let's find out what's going on with you all. The Tower moment. Oh no, the Tower moment. So as you can see, it's bombs over Baghdad. You see the tower is breathing fire. You see it's a lot of chaos going on in this card, and as you can see, these two people are falling away. And this tower moment is either a realization or a coming to moment for you. You are really beginning to view a situation for what it is, and you are experiencing some heavy levels of disappointment, not just in this person, but some disappointment in yourself as well. Simply due to the fact of the illusion that you bought, you've let something or someone carry you much farther than you would like, and you look back and you really are disappointed in yourself for really buying into someone who is obviously not buying into you. What this really means is this is the feeling of ripping the band-aid off. You've crossed the point of no return, and this tower moment is really sombering for you. It's really taking a realistic view of where you are and how far you've fallen from where you thought you would be right now. There was a direction you believed you were going in, and you just haven't matched that progress, Libra. You also have the Two of Pentacles. So there's been some juggling going on. You have been juggling. You have been juggling. This is more if I stay or if I go. But instead of choosing what brought you fulfillment, you chose to remain at what once felt comfortable. It kind of goes back to what I said with the Aquarius. Again, this person is looking back. You see, this pumpkin kind of represents emotion. You're not actually looking at this situation, which is up here. You're kind of seeing it not as it is, but as you want it to be. This pumpkin here represents that emotion. You're looking back at the emotion, what it did feel like, what was, instead of looking at the pentacle and what it is actually costing you to continuously turn around, to continuously entertaining this situation, which has brought you to this tower moment. You also have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is a very exuberant character. With the King of Cups card, you could be dealing with someone whose birthday is between July and early August, or either November to December, or somewhere in the really March or April. So if their birthdays fall between then, it could be a male figure, it could be female, but this person is really holding on to your cup. They have a lot of other things going on right here, but while they are trying to balance their life, they are actively at least acknowledging your emotional well-being. And this King of Cups really doesn't sweat too much. As you can see, there are two animals behind it. This represents involvement. So while there might have been some back and forth, this King of Cups seems set on preserving you emotionally. This King of Cups wants to pour more into you, but because of your focus on your past emotion, you have not been able to really embrace what this King of Cups has for you. That concludes my air signs. You may have missed the reading for earth and water signs, but if you follow me, if you go ahead and gravitate towards the channel, we will surely be reading for those two groups again. And again, if you want me to go more detailed, I do have a few spots available for personal readings, but let's move on to the fire signs. So Sagittarius, Leo, and the Cardinal Flame. With that being said, so if your birthday falls between November, December, if it falls between July and early August, or if it falls between April and May, this reading may resonate with you. I just want to take this time, take this moment. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me. So I appreciate it. Feel free to follow along. This is where I will be giving my readings. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. This is rapidly approaching change. The difference between the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords is the Page of Swords has lower impact. The Page of Swords is more like getting hit with a pebble, while the Knight of Swords is literally being hit in the head with something the size of a volleyball. So what I'm getting at is there is rapid change coming. There is a message or a lack thereof that is going to really make a difference. It's really going to change the way that you view things, Sagittarius. And this Knight of Swords is going to live. You see that sword? You see how he's holding on? That's that message that is about to reach you. And once he lets it go, you're going to feel it. So I would be expecting news, either if you're waiting on a resolution or if you are waiting on a sign or something that where to go next. That message will be received, I would say, within the next 14 days, and it's going to make a heavy impact on things for you, Sagittarius. Next, you have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. While this is a very situational card, so while you may feel like I don't know how I'm gonna get through this, how in blazes is this ever going to get done? The Four of Wands a reminder that there are heads, there are people who have walked this earth before, have walked this earth, are walking this earth currently, or will walk this earth, that are dealing with very similar situation. And this is not the time to really take a me against the world attitude, which Sagittarius often do. What I mean by this is you really want to either reach out to someone who potentially has been in this situation before, but this is a card of being willing to take advice, either advice from situations that you have already conquered yourself or situations that others have. But this isn't the moment to be me against the world. And the Ace of Wands. So this is very, very heavy energy of manifestation. The wands represent manifestation. There could be a goal that you wanted. There could be something that you wanted to bring about in your life. And this Ace of Wands is saying, stay the course. You might be in the Four of Wands now, which means that you are at least a couple of steps. So if you are in a situation and you are looking for a quick solution, I would recommend patience, because this Ace of Wands prefers steadiness. You have to be steady as this manifestation brings your way. As you can see, there are some leaves starting to sprout, and if it's for you, it's going to be for you regardless. So there's no point in rushing it, sitting on pins and needles, expecting a resolution within the day or two. My Sagittarius or November, December borns. I'm getting a big thing of patience and really wait until someone else makes the next move before moving forward. That concludes my reading for the mutable sign of Sagittarius. Now we move into our Leos. So our Leos. Nine of Swords. Are you losing sleep right now? So if you were born between late August and early September, if there's been something to cause you to lose sleep, there are some problems that you really need to focus on. You may have, it's a rough time. The Nine of Swords is a very uncomfortable feeling. It is a feeling of being wrapped around. It is like an extended Seven of Swords, really being wrapped around one situation. There is one situation, you might feel slighted. You being a Leo, if you feel slighted, it's not something that you let go easily. So with this Nine of Swords, whatever situation that is troubling you, what I can say is you're the one who's being kept up at night, not the other person. So whoever else you're involved with, they are not losing sleep over this situation the way that you are. Do with that what you will. The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a realistic view. Again, the Page of Swords is like getting hit with a pebble, while the Knight of Swords is like getting hit with a rock. You may have either been hit with a pebble or have said something to someone and walked away feeling like, excuse my language, Billy Badass, but in reality, this person shrugged off what you said and they honestly could care less about your opinion. And I know that might be shocking, but it is what it is. The Page of Sword does not have the same impact that the Knight of Sword. And as you can see, the difference between the Knight of Swords, which drops a sword directly down from being airborne. You see, the Page of Sword just drops a sword on the ground while already walking. You tell me which one would hurt more. And the Sun card, express yourself. So Leo, express yourself. Instead of trying to impact how this other person, how this situation sees you and trying to prove your worth, you already know who you are. You already know how to be confident within yourself with this Sun card. And you're already sitting on, Leos are at their best when they are sitting within themselves, knowing that they can conquer whatever is thrown at them, be it true or not. But with this Sun card, you are asked to remember that you are what you think you are. So don't let imposter syndrome set in. Don't feel that you are any insignificant, and don't feel like you need this situation. Next up, we conclude with the Cardinal Flame, the Cardinal Flame fire sign. The Seven of Wands popped out, but I'm going to continue shuffling as I was, which means that you have a lot of irons in the fire and you need to figure out what means are most effective. There are some things that you're doing right now that are effective, Cardinal Flame. Those whose birthday fall between April and May, and there are some things that are not effective. The challenge right now is to take a step back and review what is rewarding to you and what is not rewarding to you.